Prepare yourself, guys. Chris with 2-3 Medias, and I'm gonna give my review to. I just saw Escape Room. Okay, Escape Room is a thriller horror upcoming film. It's coming January the 4th, as you can see right here. Is directed by Adam Robitel. You might know him from Insidious and what else was it? I'm blanking right now. Let's see. Let me look it up. 2014, he did The Taking of Deborah Logan, director and a writer on that one. He was a writer on Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension, and he was a director on Insidious, The Last Key, and now he's doing Escape Room. Escape Room had a very nice, well put together cast. Let's start off with. Let me start off with the main actress here. We have right here, as you see on the poster, the lovely Taylor Russell. It also starred Deborah Ann. You might know from. Come on, everybody! Come on, Netflix, baby, Netflix, Daredevil, and we have Logan Miller, Nik Dodai, Jay Ellis. Survivor's Remorse. I think, was it called Survivor's Remorse? I think that's what it was called. And I think they even did a little nod to that show on this one as well. Tyler Labine, very funny man, and that's the main room dwellers in this film, the people that are trapped. Now, Escape Room is obviously a movie based on the real escape rooms that you can pay. You can actually pay people to put you in these mystery rooms where you solve riddles, have to find the clues, solve these puzzles to escape out of a room. And then, just like it's explained in this movie, if you don't solve the riddles, if you don't do it in a certain amount of time, then a person comes out and explains everything that you missed, that you overlooked, that you were too busy arguing over, to figure out what was going on. And points it out. It's all in your face. Oh, the key was under this, book the whole time. All you had to do was read, just like it told you to do. It makes you feel stupid, right? But there's a little twist. There was a twist, as always in these thriller horror action movie. Not action, but yeah, some action in it. These rooms are also rigged to kill you. So it's like Saw meets like Final Destination, and it was very Final Destination. It's because it had a lot to do with destiny and fate, luck. And then at the same time, it reminded me a lot of Saw, because obviously you're trapped in a room. You're inside of the puzzle master, the game master's little game. But unlike Jigsaw from the Saw franchise, just like one of his proteges rigged up, I think it was in the third movie. What was the problem with the third movie? The villain in the third movie, even though she was the protege was awesome, she rigged the challenges of the puzzles where you could not win them. And I don't want to give spoilers and whatnot, but these escape rooms, they're designed for you to solve the mystery and get out. The question is this: what if, because of who you are, because of your past, the connection of everybody that's in the room with you, and there's always something like that in these types of movies, right? You always have a situation where you have people trapped in a room, and there's something in common that you all have. And you all have to bring this to the table and bring your past out, your skills, or whatever the situation is, for us all to survive together. Now, when that started to make itself obvious, I was like, come on, this is a ripoff of Saw. But the twist on that was that, yeah, they all had something in common. But at the same time, there was still no connection. There was only one sliver of a connection. But these people don't know each other. Their past didn't intermingle. It was more chance than anything. But at the same time, the sliver connection that they had with each other was the whole movie. That's what made this very unique and very fascinating compared to a Saw situation. Because what always happens in those Saw movies, right? How you all have something in common. Like you've given up on life, or you've always you've lived your life as if no one else matters. Now you will have to discover whether or not you matter, and if you can solve this mystery, everything will matter. Some bullcorn like that, right? But you don't even really figure out the connection until the very, very end, and then that little sliver of a connection, it can either, in your mind, it can mean nothing, really, in the grand scheme of things compared to everything that's going on in the universe, or it's everything. That was what was so unique about this. Once the puzzle really unfolded on why these people were chosen, it made the difference. Another thing that I liked about this movie was the fact that it wasn't a situation where you wake up in the room and all of a sudden, like, what's going on? People fighting each other. Because you're already in the situation, you're dialed up. That's what makes Saw unique, because you're already dialed up at the very beginning. The moment you wake up and you're in your trap and you figure out what's going on, you don't know what's going on. Oh my God, we're trapped. It's I've heard of this, and let's figure it out. But you're already geared to fight against each other. And then later on, you have the dick in the crew, and the smarty pants of the crew, and the tough guy in the crew, and all these. Well, all of a sudden, after they bump heads, then maybe they learn to get work together, or maybe they work against each other and all fail, whatever, right? But in this one, everybody just casually walks in. Hey, it's a game. Let's play. You know what? Hey, how are you? How are you doing? Oh, you're the asshole of the group. All right, ignoring you. Oh, you're the funny guy. Okay, ignoring you. And then the geek. I love the fact that they called out Nik Dodai's character being the geek. Like, hey, look, dude, stop with the chivalry, dude. You're not getting laid after this. That was one of the best lines of the movie. Sorry about the spoiler right there, but everybody worked together and from the get-go, because they knew they had to. That's the point of these puzzles, right? These escape rooms. But once they realized that, dude, this is real, and we're gonna die, and it was ever. As you go from one thing to the next, you get the feeling that if they just work together, they can survive this. Then it's like, nope. Okay, like, let's change it up here. Let's change it up. Every man for himself. Nope. Okay, wait. Oh, only the pretty people can go through. Let's try that. Nope. Only the smart people. Let's. Nope. Okay, what's going on? The whole time you're still in that situation. Wait, what's going on? Is it the survival of the fittest? Nope. Is it the smartest one's gonna get out of this? Nope. What kind of, technically, because you got to figure out the puzzles, right? Working together as a team. That's all. That's kumbaya. Are we gonna kumbaya this thing and get out of this alive? Nope. It's a riddle trapped in an enigma, trapped in a riddle, trapped in a box of horror. I mean, it's just like being inside of that little cube or that sphere from Hellraiser, I guess. It's got to be what's going on in there. That's what it feels like. I was not surprised that Adam Robitel was a part of the Insidious. It tugged at you. Every moment that when it got intense, when it started to really get aggressive and really get tense. It wasn't just a 0 to 100 miles an hour situation. Oh, that temperature rose. That intensity, it rose. It got bigger and bigger and built bigger. You can feel your resting heart rate was coming from 50 to 60 to 70 to 80. And when it got there, it did boom, 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 boom. And then it dialed you down again. Hey, calm down. It's okay. It's okay. You got your little kitty, your comfort kitty on. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be okay. Oh, what's going on? Perfect. I like the way this franchise started off. It reminded me of the first Saw movie. It reminded me of the first Insidious. It reminded me of how these other franchises started. And not to give away anything, maybe I'll do a spoiler. I'll give her spoilers when the movie comes out. But without saying too much, it leaves itself open for a sequel. Yes, of course, most of these movies do, especially if you got a writer like with the caliber of Adam Robitel that you leave the door open. Let's see. I went with my stepdaughter, and she was like, she loved it. Oh, Natalie loved it. Oh man, he got to do a part 2. Well, let's see. It's got to do good in the theater. There's a reason why it's coming out in January. I mean, it's testing the water. We're in a small theater. There's not that many people here and testing this, screen this. But it was good. It was good. I had a great time with this movie. I'll get into what I thought about the ending. If there's any criticism of it, I felt like the way they kind of dragged the ending a little too much. It kind of, you're opening the door at the same time, you're closing it at the same time. I can't explain that right now. We'll talk about that later. Come back to me. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, give me your comments. All the people that saw it, don't spoil it for anybody else. Contact me directly. Tell me what you thought about that. If you pre-screened this movie. But if you're watching this after the movie's already come out, it's been like a couple of weeks. Let's talk about this ending. Should there be a sequel to this? Yes. Could there be? No. Possibly yes. Maybe. All depends on how the people. Hey, this might be the blockbuster of 2019 when this comes out, or it might flop. I'm hoping for good things on it. I love Deborah, and I love what Jay Ellis. He did a real good job in this movie. You're thinking this. People that attractive and that good at what they do, I should hate on them all the time, right? You are a threat, sir. I would never invite you into my house because I like being in my relationship, and you are a threat. And you did a great job, man. Anytime I see Deborah Ann in the cast, you've already got my interest right there. I love what she brings to the table. She is a vet, and I wish nothing but good things for her, especially after now that we don't have her in Daredevil. Good luck in your career. I hope the Marvel Cinematic Universe recognizes what they have with you, and I wish you all the best. Taylor Russell. Now, at first I didn't know what to think about you on this one, man. I'm not too familiar. Let me look you up really fast. You look familiar to me. Let me see what else I've seen you in real fast. Obviously, pretty face, right? Not just a pretty face. Very good actress. Coming up in a new movie she's working on right now called Waves. She was in Lost in Space. I think this is that the one that was the Netflix? I haven't seen that one yet. What else? What have I seen you in? Because Falling Skies. There it is. That's where I recognize you from. Falling Skies, Evelyn. Recurring role, 5 episodes. I remember you. I got to look at those episodes up again, but I do remember you. Strange Empire, Pants on Fire. And that's pretty much it. That's kind of what I remember you from. But I think I do remember you from Fallen Skies. I have to look that up again. I like what I saw from your character at the very beginning. Of course, the evolution that we see throughout to the end was necessary. I don't know. The jury's out on how I feel about how it ended. But I like the character at certain points, and everybody had a chance to shine on this one. I mean, you have right here on the poster, you have Taylor Russell as your main character, but each and every person had their moments and had their time to shine, and brought something unique and interesting to the table. As long as they were on camera, or as little as they were on camera, they all had an impact, and I loved this group. You put the right combination of people together, and I loved it. I had a great time with it, and you will too, and you should go see it. I'm recommending this movie. What do I give it? What kind of rating do I give it? I don't know. Let's say out of 5, right? Let's say it's out of 5. Let's say it's out of 5. I'm gonna give it a solid 3. I'm gonna give it a solid 3. It's hard to come after be original, especially coming after things like Saw. You're gonna get compared to Saw. You're gonna get compared to movies like The Final Destination and things like that. Especially with that ending. Oh my God. But despite that, Escape Room stands on its own. it is very unique, and there is a lot going on with this. Kind of like The Purge. If there was a chance that I don't think they're in the same studio, but if there's a chance that there was a connection with all these things, you got The Purge, you got Saw. You want to expand the universe, you want to cross over characters. There you go, man. I mean, there's some things happening here, man. A lot of things. I can't explain it right now. But after you finish watching this movie, tell me what you guys thought about it. I'd love to get your thoughts on it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Let me know what you thought about my review. Was I vague enough? Did I spoil the whole movie for you? Did I do a good job with this? Look, I had a great time with this movie. I think you will too. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. It's my 2 cents, whatever it's worth. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Tell me what you guys think. Let's keep talking until next time, guys. Peace. How do I get the hell out of this room?